So, Akira
Really
Kurosawa,
good old movies.
welcome everybody. We're playing Rob Stab here.
I watched one because of Joe
Rob
Rogan.
Stab,
The Ang-
that's my
Angels
homeboy.
with Dirty Wings or something like
Oh,
that.
the Akira
It's a really
Kurosawa
decent old
mobster
movie he
movie,
was talking about.
the one where it's a bunch of mobsters and shit
I
in
just watched
Japan.
Seven, right?
Yeah,
And one of the best things about Seven is
we're
you never
we're just
actually
doing
see
this.
the
I
killer
don't think my
killing.
homeboy heard that. So you're talking
And you can
about
see
that
some
Japanese
gruesome.
mobster movie by Akira Kurosawa, right? That Angel with 30
No,
Wings.
no, no.
Oh,
It's not by him. It's some
okay.
other one, but it does involve a gangster.
That's one of the movies that's like an angel has an angel in the title, but it's like a
It's
Japanese
Angels with
monster movie.
Dirty Faces. That's what it
Okay.
is.
See, Akira Kurosawa, I say he's a master of movement because in his movies, like not only does the camera moving tell you something about the scene, the characters, the way the fucking wind's blowing in the scenes tells you some shit about what's going on. He controls it to the nth degree. There's nothing moving in the scene that he doesn't want you to see already. Yeah.
Hmm? Hmm? Hey, how may I help?
Another great old fucking like. No, it's not a movie. It's a TV show. I know you agree with this. The Twilight Zone, which is just Twilight.
Oh, that
Zone
sounds real
is
good.
amazing. I love the Twilight Zone.
His ranged option. Wrong push talk dog, my bad. Switching Durance over to his
No
ranged
problem.
option. Twilight Zone is a fantastic series.
Well, I could watch. I've watched every episode like 3 or 4 times, and I could do it again.
Uh, my favorite Twilight Zone episode is that episode with the books. It's a
For the
classic
guy with
sci-fi
the
story.
glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
classic sci-fi,
that's a great one.
story.
I like how they make fun of it in what's it called? In Futurama.
Yeah.
Now entering the scary door.
So, I was talking to Fatal about this the other day,
Yeah.
and
Got it.
well, about just things in movies. Like, I was talking to him about people conveying morals through movies. Like, you shouldn't be telling me your moral in the movie unless in a narrative. You shouldn't be telling me your moral opinions in a narrative story unless it's progressing the narrative story.
Yeah. And that's like one of my favorite things about at the end of Seven, man. Because at the end of Seven, the killer is like kind of explaining himself or whatever. And the guy is calling him crazy and blah blah blah, and he like defends himself, and then it just as he's defending himself, it cuts to like Morgan Freeman's face, and as you see Morgan Freeman's face, you can see Morgan Freeman completely understands where the killer is coming from, you know. Whereas Brad Pitt's like he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's a great example
Hmm?
of progressing the plot while informing you of the writer's morals. I particularly hate it when I think things are shoehorned and are unnecessary to the plot.
Yeah. A lot of things do that, man.
Oh,
A
that's
lot of fucking just bullshit empty
there's
scenes.
so many terrible movies these days. Like okay, and we're gonna go back to Akira Kurosawa, but this time we're gonna be talking about the Avengers, right? So in the Avengers, there's all these scenes where it's like they have like people moving around in the background. They got like the cameras spinning or doing the spin shot, and the camera's like spinning around on everybody, and there's like all sorts of movement happening. But it doesn't fucking tell you anything about the film or the characters in the film. It just is like movement. It's just movement for movement because things are moving. And I'm against that because just wasted effort.
Hi?
Also, we get in Akira Kurosawa. He would tell people to like choose a movement for their characters, and then repeat that a lot to like communicate emotion. So like the characters can communicate things about what the character is experiencing without using words or without like having to stop the screenplay.
Well, see, that's one of my favorite things about There Will Be Blood, and Tack didn't even get it, man. Is in There Will Be Blood, the first like 12, 13 minutes of the movie has no talking,
I
like
think
at all.
you're totally right, and that's part of the reason why I love that film.
Dude, the movies, oh, I fucking love it. And, well,
Lost
also
the Barbarian.
Lewis is a great actor, so.
Oh, that's because none of these guys are
Like,
attacking.
every movie I've seen, I haven't seen My Left Foot, but that's supposed to be like a really good movie.
I should have been attacking with all those guys.
I've heard many
Otherwise,
people say it's
I
a
wouldn't
great
have lost all
movie.
this.
And the funny thing is
Lost all my bros.
when you read about what Daniel Day-Lewis does to get into the roles, it's just insane.
Well, it's because Daniel Day-Lewis is insane.
You know, in There Will Be Blood,
because that's Daniel Day.
practiced hunching over as that guy does, kind of thing. The stature in the character so much for so long that he cracked his ribs.
See, that's because Daniel Day-Lewis is insane. He's a fucking nutter.
I know, dude. And for My Left Foot, he was in a wheelchair, and he would not get out of it. He would make the people on the set carry him out of the wheelchair.
See, here's the thing. That's good to a certain point, and then you're just being a dick after a certain point.
Dude, the creepy thing is when you go look at Daniel Day-Lewis on like IMDb and shit, he really hasn't done that many films or anything. He does like one every so many years.
Yeah. But making like there's a fucking line where you're just being a dick.
Oh, I get what you're saying with that for sure. But I mean, I think he's just that kind of.
Yeah, no, he's just that. He's just
CD perfection.
Yeah, no, he's just that crazy.
Your attention, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very.
Yeah, he's just that fucking insane.
Yep, that's just how it rolls. He's just that deep. He's just that balls deep into acting, man. Oh, double forestro pack? We're gonna have to pull some shit out on this.
One thing I did like about the Alien and Aliens is that the first and the second one, they follow the same story, but they're completely different types of movies. You know, like Alien is like a thriller, horror, slow-moving movie, and Aliens is like an action kind of movie.
And I think that's why I like Alien a lot more than Aliens, because
yeah, Alien is a much slower-paced movie.
Then it's just I like movies that take time to build the tension. Because with my history of sword fencing and having like real action in my life, I'm not impressed. I've fallen asleep during the Expendables because it's boring.
Alien is a very slow-paced movie, man.
It's fucking amazing.
Like,
the tension is palpable in it sometimes.
An alien thing forever, and then you don't even actually see the alien until like an hour and 20 minutes into the movie.
You could cut the tension with a blade at times. That's why I like it. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed me and my homeboy talking about movies.
He just said that like 5 minutes ago.
So we're gonna get into one more scrap here, see if there's anything. These wicks here will be the last. This wick pack here will be the last. Ooh, yeah.
After the airplane crashes.
And it's all over. But the cry. Yeah, man. So I'll catch y'all later.
And then there's also one of my favorite actors is fucking Gary Oldman.
Indeed. Gary Oldman's good as shit.
Gary Oldman. And so many people say like he hasn't won awards and shit because he's a chameleon. Like he's so good that you don't even realize it.
He's been in movie roles people don't even understand that he's in.